Hey guys, Ash here from C4E Tech and welcome to Sundar's first Ash Answers as a 21-year-old. He just turned 21 52 minutes back. So let's start with happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you.
And Ash Answers is a show where we answer your questions that you tweet out to us with the hashtag Ash Answers. And let's get to it.
Fingerprint scanner, dual cameras, edge displays, bezel-less screens, modular phones. What's next? I still miss my flip phones and Bold 4.
I think flip phone, Samsung's still doing it and where they believe there's a market for it, right? Yeah. So in China, they've got the golden or something. They've been doing stuff.
Yeah, there's some kind of flip phone.
Flip phones. What next? What would you like to see next?
I have no idea. Really have no idea.
I don't know.
Everything's right here. Fingerprint, bezel-less screens, yeah. Edge screens, been there for a while. Modular phones is actually not a lot right now.
Yeah.
You'd like to see that in future. Virtual reality being more mainstream, I'm looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
What else do you expect?
Iris scanners.
Not really.
I don't know, guys. See, for me, I've said this on multiple episodes before. I want better batteries. We've been going backwards with batteries. Batteries used to last a lot longer than just one day. I want to go back to better battery life. That is my priority because if you look at it, like before the Moto G, 3 years back, before that, the crazy phones we got in the 10,000, 20,000 rupee price segment was just like ridiculous, right? It wasn't. The experience wasn't great. Today, yes, the camera might not be great, but the user experience itself on a Redmi Note 3, even on a Lure 2, on a Cool One, the user experience is good. Even on a 10,000 rupee phone, even on a 7,000 rupee phone like the Redmi 3S. Yes. So yeah, there are the camera, the display, that's there. But what I'd love to see is better batteries. That is the next big thing for me.
How and where do you sell your phones that you buy for review? What if anyone like me wants to buy one?
You want to do this? You handle sales?
I don't actually handle sales. Okay, a lot of us do over here at C4E Tech.
But you're the only on-cam guy who does it. So
we actually sell them off on eBay.
eBay, OLX and all that. See guys, this is why we don't do it on Twitter or Facebook, because we can't sell a phone at what the brand is selling it at, right? Yeah, so exactly. If I'm importing, let's take the Mi Mix for example. Xiaomi's official price for it is what, $500, $600, so around 40,000 rupees. I paid around $900 for it. So with conversion charges and stuff, that works out to 7 9s are 63, around 60,000 rupees. Add to it import duty, shipping, it comes about around to 70k or something. And then you look at the prices on eBay. Let's assume it's selling for 60 at least on eBay. Yeah. And we listed at 58, 55, yeah. Something like that. But then someone, if we say post it on Twitter, I'm gonna have a bunch of people saying, "Oh my God, you're selling it higher than Xiaomi. Xiaomi is charging only 40. You're ripping people off," and I really don't want to get into it. Yeah, exactly. So we have it on eBay. You can always.
We actually try to avoid this question as much as possible, but lately a lot of you have been asking this question. So, which is better in overall performance, Pixel or iPhone 7 Plus?
Okay.
I'm not going to answer because I haven't used either of the phones. He used both of them. He reviewed both of them. So he's going to answer this.
Okay. Pixel is rapid, quick. It's very fast and snappy. And the rest of my answer, we can just like have a technical error thing pop up right now.
No, we're not going to do that.
Okay. Damn it. Okay. It's your birthday. So yeah. Guys, the iPhone is still more consistent. The consistency is what Apple has going for them. It is a lot more consistent. With a Pixel, you look at Google's own first-party apps. You try to launch them on both the Pixel and the iPhone. The Pixel is probably going to be faster. But when you take a large pool of apps from third-party developers and whatnot, say something like Skype, which is horrendously slow to launch on an Android phone, an iPhone is still going to be uniformly fast across everything. That consistency is where the iPhone would probably win. So yeah, overall
Maybe
performance.
if he asked S7 Edge or iPhone 7 Plus, we'd probably go with S7 Edge.
It's still the consistency aspect of it. The iPhone. See, he just wants to push me into saying iPhone. Next, he'd ask me, but then if they choose OnePlus 3T and iPhone, you.
I wasn't doing that.
I'm just gonna keep muttering "Happy Birthday" under my breath, and I'm gonna continue.
See, because the question asked here is about the overall performance, and to me, the S7 Edge's camera is better. Okay, I haven't really tested them side by side, but that's what I read.
See, the overall performance-wise, I'd have to give it, unfortunately, to the iPhone 7 Plus. Okay, as much as I like Android because of the consistency, one. And the camera, again, you just check out my iPhone 7 Plus versus Pixel XL camera comparison. And a lot of people wouldn't agree, but end of the day, I'd give it to the 7 Plus for camera as well.
Especially in low light.
Yeah, especially in low light.
Suggest me a good tablet or phablet under 20K.
Mi Max.
Mi Max, yeah, I really couldn't think of anything else. I
That's
don't
the
think
Fab
there
2
is.
Plus.
Okay, Fab 2 Plus, yeah. Fab 2
Plus, not
okay,
the Pro.
Yeah.
Pro has Tango. Plus
That's around
doesn't.
13,000.
Something like that, 14, 15. But then Mi Max.
Mi Max, definitely.
You can get the Mi Max Prime actually, 652, 4 gigs RAM.
If you use Netflix, how do you manage your monthly broadband FUP?
You
I
broadband
picked
just
this
up
question for
there.
this.
You broadband just we ran out of a FUP. We generally renew sometimes early, yeah, because it was like 200 gigs of FUP on U broadband, and I've got another 200 gigs on, which was recently up to 250 on ACT. We have two connections, but the thing is that every time we have to test games or whatever, we download different games, and that eats into stuff, and then we've got our uploads. And sometimes some of us screw some things up, and then we've got to re-upload.
It just became worse with the Mi Notebook Air.
Oh yeah, all the games this month, all the games I had
Around
to
200
download.
gigs, right? You had to download
150 gigs or
150,
something.
okay.
And a couple of weeks back, Gemini actually came in. It wasn't this cycle. I renew once in 3 months for U broadband, so that's like 650 gigs across 3 months. So Gemini came here with the Oculus. So I had to download the Oculus games to test.
Okay.
That was another 150 gigs. So anyway, U broadband just upped their broadband FUP to 500 gigs. So we now literally have 750 gigs of FUP per month. But believe me, people will still find a way to exhaust it when you stream The Walking Dead over and over again on a loop.
No, I don't do that. Who's your favorite cricketer and team? Question to you both.
There goes my excitement levels. MS Dhoni, India, of course. If you're asking IPL, then I'd have to go Chennai Super Kings.
Okay. My favorite cricketer, it's Sachin Tendulkar and Virat Kohli. It's a tough choice for me, and I know a lot of you is gonna say Sachin is way better, but opinions differ. And team, of course, India. And IPL, I don't really know.
Yeah.
He's gonna bash me for this off screen or maybe on screen itself, but I used to support Mumbai Indians for Sachin Tendulkar. Of course, he's not there now, so I switched to Royal Challengers Bangalore for Virat Kohli.
Okay. Yeah, see, he's the kind of guy, okay, who will,
No.
let's say, true story. So you've got India-Australia match somewhere. He's the guy who'd walk up and say, I hope Australia wins, just to screw with you. Okay, so it's not the fact that he liked Mumbai Indians that pissed me off. It's the fact that he'd wait for a CSK versus Mumbai Indians match. Okay, any other match, I don't care. He'll wait for it, and then he'll come and walk up to me and like, hey, somebody got out. Yes, yes. And then that used to piss me off. And especially in the national matches, okay. So it's like a final or whatever. It'd be like, okay, Dhoni got out. This is good. He'll text me this if he can't see me. So it's like, yeah.
What's the future of charging? Wireless charging or fast charging?
Wireless fast charging. Let's have everything.
That's right. We already have fast charging and we have wireless charging too. It's not,
We also have
not
wireless fast charging. I mean, not exactly
as fast as
levels.
traditional fast charging, but yeah.
See, wireless charging is not really gonna pick up unless and until brands start incorporating it. So something like wireless charging requires external wireless adapter, and those things are coming in at like what, at least 500 to 2000 rupees. Okay, even the off brand ones come in at around 500 700 bucks. So unless and until brands are able to incorporate it into under 500, it's not going to happen, because you're looking at today why are fingerprint scanners
Or
so
give
common.
it along with the phone and price it
No,
a bit.
that's exactly what I'm getting at. Today, why are fingerprint scanners so common? Because brands are able to put it on a phone priced at 7,000 rupees, right? So, like, if they add wireless charging to a 7,000 rupee phone, they're still gonna have to expect people to spend 500, 1,000, 2,000 rupees to buy a wireless charger, which somebody buying a 7,000 rupee phone might not be too, interested in doing, which is the reason why the adoption is slow. So unless and until the price of the chargers come down, I don't see them adopting it. And unless the adoption goes higher, I don't see the technology really gaining.
Even taking people who have the S7 Edge or something, most of them probably don't want to
Fast charge because wireless charge because you want the faster
exactly
charging to happen.
And probably you don't want to spend 2K more.
People will. I don't
There
know.
are people, but I'm saying
They don't want to spend 2K more to charge slower.
okay.
Let's put it that way.
Is it ideal to start a YouTube channel with combination of tech and Photoshop tutorials and editing?
Would you want to watch the videos that you want to post? This is what if, you can check out the Ash Talks link, the card that I'm going to leave. The only question you need to ask is, you don't have to ask me that, ask yourself that whatever video you want to shoot, is that a video, if you come across on YouTube, you would be interested in watching? If the answer is yes, please go ahead and do it. If you feel, no, that is a nice little clickbaity title, don't do it. It's just, it might work. It has worked for some people, but I would highly suggest not doing it. It's just not ethical, just not worth it.
Do you have any interest in buying the HTC Vive? Just curious to know because it'll be fun playing with it.
I really contemplated buying either the Vive or the Oculus Rift, and given that I already experienced Oculus, I wanted to pick up the Vive. But then again, our spaces are constrained. So in my room with the PC, I don't have the space to actually set up the Vive. It does seem to be the more advanced of both.
It has a hit tracker.
Yeah, it's got those two cameras as well to map your room. So, but sadly, the Amazon.com import, the international shipping is not applicable on the Vive.
Okay.
It was only available for Oculus. So, for the Oculus, it was $600 for the Oculus and $260 for shipping and customs. For the Vive, it was $700 for the Vive. And then I'll have to forward it to a package forwarder, which means I have to pay taxes on it, US taxes. So that comes to $770 or something like that. And then the package forwarder shipping charges around $40, $60, let's say. So $850 on top of it, customs another $200 for something that might or might not work given the small room I have for me. So that's why I went with the Oculus.
What's the difference between AMD and Intel processors?
You can take this one.
Okay, it's something we already spoke about in the other Ash Answers episode, I guess. It was GPU, it was about the GPUs, but the same thing holds for this also. For a given price, you can research, and there could be an AMD processor that's better than its Intel counterpart, but for the most part, I think Intel's better.
Okay.
And if you want the best processor, just go for Intel.
See, it depends on your budget, what you want to pick up.
Yeah.
Both of them come out with decent processors. Whatever, let's say there's an Intel processor you're interested in, just go on Google, type processor name versus, and you'll get like whatever people have searched for, and then search for it, look into it. If you find something better, pick that. If not, go with Intel. I've generally gone with
just
Intel.
type versus in whatever Intel processor you're looking at, and versus, and it'll actually come up with 2 or 3 AMD processors that are close in performance with the Intel. So you can actually compare and research. Has Moto lost its glory?
Happy birthday. Take it. See, guys, Moto is at a very delicate place right now because anything good that Moto does, it's gonna be, oh my god, Moto's awesome. Anything that's not well received, oh my god, Lenovo screwed this up. So it's like damned if they do, damned if they don't kind of thing. So I don't know, the Moto G4 and G4 Plus, I wasn't too impressed. I mean, it's still, the camera on the G4 Plus was great, but
Excellent.
okay. And the Moto Z, I haven't tested it, but I've heard good things from people. I wouldn't say they've lost their glory. I would say they're very delicately placed. The next year would tell us if they're going up or going down. For now, since Lenovo's bought it, they've managed to maintain where they were. Where they go from here, only time will tell. What do you think?
Yeah, that's what we have. Leico, Xiaomi in India, so we feel that way. But in the US, still Moto still has its glory. Yeah, exactly.
Moto still Moto.
How's the call quality and proximity sensor working in Mi Mix?
Perfect. The proximity sensor has been perfect. The call quality is kind of weird. I can't really describe it. I wouldn't say it's low. It's actually quite loud.
It's loud,
but it's not crisp. Okay. And the fact is, because it's the vibrating whatever, I even turn the phone around and you can still hear it. It's like, those, Amartya actually told me this. It's like those phones with a broken earpiece where people put it on speaker and put it in their ear. I can actually do that and still talk. And it's okay. If you're not in a very, if you're not in traffic or something, you shouldn't have a problem with it. Just talking out on the roads and stuff is fine. But if it's a little too noisy, then it's definitely not a regular earpiece. It's not the same. I would rate it like 10% or 15% lower than a normal, decently functioning earpiece.
Yeah. It's a concept phone. In smartphones, CPU speed or memory management?
What's your pick?
My CPU speed, of course.
Okay.
Unless the memory management is too good that I don't have to reopen apps ever.
Realistically, CPU speed is important. And I mean, let me put it this way. I would take a 10% hit on CPU speed if it meant better memory management. But if you ask me if I choose a 821 with bad RAM management or a 625 or even a 617 with great RAM management, I take the
821, definitely.
But if it's a 821 with bad RAM management or a 820 with good RAM management, I take the 820. So a 10% hit, I don't mind.
Can Mi 5's processor clock speed be changed by software or is it a hardware adjustment?
It can actually not be done because generally how it works is when say Qualcomm is coming up with chips, with certain chips, they are not able to hit the advertised clock speeds. So they're called lower band chips. So then what they do is they sell them as a lower clocked variant. So for various reasons, these chips might not be able to hit the 2.1 gigahertz. So that's why they downclock it and sell it at 1.8, right? 1.8. Yeah, 1.8. So you cannot do software stuff to get it higher. You could route it and try pushing it a little bit, but I wouldn't advise you to do it. It's the same with CPU cores as well, right? So something that doesn't, the lower band ones are sold as a lower segment of i5s or i7s or whatever.
If Android could be installed on iPhones, then will Ash use an iPhone?
I've used iPhones with iOS on them, and I've actually used an iPhone with Android on it. That was my first try using Android.
What was iPhone 3G?
The iPhone 3G, I had gingerbread.
Okay.
No, Eclair or something on it.
Must be Eclair.
Eclair or Froyo on it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I did that for, I was jailbreaking my PS3, and for that I needed Android. I needed to do something with the iPhone. So to follow that tutorial, I had to load Android onto the iPhone first.
He has actually used it. Okay.
I didn't actually use it as a daily driver or anything. Calls wouldn't work. I used it to jailbreak
iPhones
my-
won't be iPhones if they have Android on it.
Exactly.
It'll lose its consistency if it has Android. This is for Sundar. 5 things which you like about Android over iOS and why you iOS. As a techie, I feel it is restricted.
Yeah.
5 things. Bluetooth file transfer, but I can actually live without it. We have shared center, etc. nowadays.
You have shared and all that on iPhones?
Yeah,
Okay. So you can still transfer your...
yeah. Not everything, I guess.
You still don't have access to your file system, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So you're going to be restricted.
That's the next thing. File system. You can use it as an external storage. 3, customization, what Android is all about. 4, there are a lot. I couldn't think of many right now.
Thank you, Sandeep Khurana.
Okay, 3. I've given you 3. 4, customization. Again, thinking about it, I just thought I can install various ROMs. Again, it comes under customization. Everything comes under customization. So there you have it.
Okay, so I know it's not directed at me, but here you go. Choices, more choices, even more choices. You get to choose between different manufacturers. You have different builds. You're not restricted by what somebody tells you. This is how a phone must be. You have different screen sizes. You have again sharing stuff. You've got iris scanners available on Android right now. I mean, not right now. Okay, thank you, Samsung. Thank you, Note 7. Anyway, we've got a lot more options. You've got a Mi Mix.
He tried to troll me here.
But I didn't. I'm just saying that the options you get, you can.
I mean, I was
you
talking
can buy.
about iris scanner. Okay, yeah, just continue.
You can buy a new phone. You want to buy a new phone today.
right,
There's a
that's right.
huge range of phones to choose from. You don't want to go with a tier 1 brand. You still want great bang for your buck. Go buy a Xiaomi, buy a Leica, buy a OnePlus. You want something to show off. You want a phone that's shiny. Go get a S7 Edge. You want a bezel-less phone. Import yourself a Mi Mix. You have a lot of options. And again, with software, you've got the same options. And it's just these options and the customization options and the choices that you get to choose between stuff. That's what makes Android awesome, in my honest
Right,
opinion.
but what the question is
Five
actually
things.
about why, what I like about Android.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I always, okay, what you said, getting bang for a buck, go for a Xiaomi or a Leica, okay, fine, that's an advantage, clearly an advantage for Android, but me personally, I would look at flagships.
Okay.
That way I compare the phones to flagships, and those 3 are the things that I actually can think about right now. The other things you said, list them again. The
Customizations, the options that people get overall. You get to choose what you want, right? And
with iPhones, I have 4.7 and 5.5. I'd probably stick to 4.7. But then again, only the 5.5-inch variant has the dual camera. So
exactly,
with Android,
you're restricted by what a brand in Android.
Again, not like Android has a phone under 5 inches that has dual cameras, but still, there's more options anyway.
Okay, under 5 inches, probably not. Yeah, but then you at least get choices, right? You don't like what a brand is doing, you go with another brand.
Yeah, exactly. Were you surprised by the news that Xiaomi is not earning from its smartphone segment? Your views?
Xiaomi has always said that, they don't make profits, but
Actually
then
make
still
profits from their home products.
I mean, see, that
do they actually-
made sense when they were China exclusive, but in a country like India, they're not making any money off software, right? People are not really paying for their themes. People are not using their services. So, yeah, I would take that with a huge grain of salt. They do...
Leica also claims the same, right?
Leica have been subsidizing stuff. That's why they've been running themselves dry.
Okay.
That's how they've been able to price things a lot more cheaper and expand as fast as they've been able to. So yeah, I would take that with a grain of salt. I don't believe that Xiaomi is not making anything from their smartphones. It's like me saying I'm shooting videos for a service I'm shooting it, I don't make any money off it. It would sound nice to say, but the reality of it, I'm not saying I don't love shooting videos. I'm not saying Xiaomi doesn't love selling phones. But end of the day, everybody has something in it for them. Otherwise, you just won't be able to do what you're doing, right?
Who's more lazy, Ash or Sundar, or both of them equally?
Okay, you answer this.
If it's not work, he's more lazy than me. Trust me.
But at work, okay, what consumes 90% of my life?
Work.
Okay, so in the 90% of my life, who's more lazy? Okay, guys, I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
We've been having issues with the electricity. So if you've not watched this Periscope, you wouldn't know. So yeah, we've been having issues with the electricity. So the room is a little hotter than it usually is. That's why we've been sweating. So sorry about that. Bear with us. It should get fixed tomorrow or the day after. Fingers crossed. And as a birthday gift to Sundar, I'm going to let him do the outro.
All right. So that's it. If you have any more questions, tweet it out to us at C4eTech with the hashtag AshAnswers. So I know this time I didn't pick many questions. There weren't a lot actually compared to the last few weeks. So
that's because I tweeted out very late today. I just tweeted in the morning by 11 asking people to send in their questions. I kind of forgot about it yesterday because I've been running behind stuff all week.
So anyway, hopefully we get more questions next week. We actually love to shoot a lot actually these days, especially with this new setup,
Yeah,
he's a lot more excited than he used to be. So that's it. Thanks a lot for all your wishes, and that's it. You can do the final outro.
Outro. All right then. So guys, please leave a comment.
Yeah.
Okay, we do a lot of weird stuff on Ash Answers. It's all unscripted, and
you can totally hate it, but just let us know.
Yeah, I've been loving reading your comments, and you guys know I've been very active in responding to comments, especially on Ash Answers, because guys, general videos, people come to watch those videos because of, say, the phone or whatever, but the ones who are watching Ash Answers, I know you guys are a lot more interested in what we have to say. You're watching it for us, so it only makes sense that I am a little bit more
connected,
a little bit more into replying. So I want your comments on these videos. Every video, I'd love it if you could comment, but at least on Ash Answers, this is a show that we are doing for you. We also had Lenovo sponsoring us a little while back, but this video is powered by the people. So let us know that it's been powered by you. Let us know, leave a comment. And if that is too hard, hit the video. If you didn't like it, if you did like it, go ahead, vote it up. And that way we can know that, you walked away from this with a smile on your face. So anyway, I say a lot of stupid shit, which I have to bleep out. And see, it's stuff like this, I say stuff on Ash Answers that goes on the bloopers. It doesn't go on the bloopers. I just beep it out, whatever. So it's just connecting with you guys. So thank you for making this happen. And listen, until you guys weren't commenting, and listen, until you guys were interested, we couldn't do it. And I've been rambling for way too long. Thanks a lot for watching. Till next time, this is Ash here from C4eTech along with Sundar, leaving for the moment. Have a nice day. Bye-bye now.